how's it going, everybody? So we missed Christmas. Then I missed New Year's. Sunning Philo, I also missed Chinese New Year. But we're back from a long trip in Asia with my wife to visit her family for Chinese New Year in Hong Kong and, all the holidays. But we had a pretty good trip. It was a good chance to catch up on things and research a little bit more, see some areas of Hong Kong I haven't seen before. I did get to visit one of the most haunted places in Hong Kong. That was pretty neat. Also, got to see a witch perform an exorcism slash cursing in Temple Street. I think it was Temple Street, might have been Central actually. That was pretty neat. I've never gotten to see that in person. It was strange. There was energy in the air. It was pretty wild. Not the kind of thing I like to see in person. I'm more on the I'd rather research this privately at home than be around it personally. But it was really cool. I got the full explanation. I'll do a breakdown of it at a future time because I actually have to do a bit more research into this so that I can properly explain it in English and put it into our games hopefully. So that was pretty cool. After that, visit the rest of Hong Kong. We got to stay at a cyberpunk hotel. That was pretty rad. We flew to Japan to do the shopping. That was a good chance. My wife and I haven't had an actual vacation in about 4 years, so hopping over to Yokohama and see the Granddaddy Gundam, of course, before they take it down. Got to see a Kamen Rider suit, monkey. The monkey waved. Saw the Ghostwire Tokyo stairs, and then finished the trip off with my routine donut from Mr. Donut in Akiba. I've done that every time I've gone. Every 4 years, I get to typically go. Pretty fun trip. Beyond that, before we left, actually, I had dug out some of what you're seeing right now, some of the models from an early build of Death Harvest that was before we actually made Midnight. So I had made Ollie with a PS2 aesthetic. It was my first time making a character model myself and rigging it and everything. I'm still kind of proud of it a little bit in a fun way. Like it is what it is. It's been a couple of years. I can take a loss. Speaking of which, with the character design update that I showed you guys last time, we really wanted to push Ollie into a more AAA kind of look, more realistic, flow a little closer to something that would be acceptable. With Sense and Midnight, we got a lot of criticism. I think some of it was fair. With the AAA industry acting the way that they're acting and, the just amazing quality, the real bangers, the 10 out of 10s that they're thrusting upon us, I definitely wouldn't want to do anything that would be considered offensive or stereotypical with Ollie. Not at all. So, huh? What about Final Fantasy? Stellar Blade? No, I haven't. What about it?
クラウドどうかした？
え、ああ、いや。
Impressive. Very nice.
Let's go. We are so back. Obviously, I am a huge fan of Team Ninja. It's my favorite game developer. Stellar Blade's Shift Up looks amazing. I mean, everything they're doing is great with Nikke. So obviously, I wanted to push our character to that level of quality. And I used Mioli Wu, a famous Hong Kong singer and actress, as the model for Ollie, like to kind of build from there. And then really thought about how I can kind of animate up her face, give it that kind of perfect aesthetic. After that, I looked into character artists and found Xandra 3D. You guys can see from what I'm showing on the screen, she's great. She does an amazing job. She really understands how to make a sexy female character for video games. You can go on her Unreal pages, Unity page, her ArtStation. You can purchase some of the assets she has pre-made, and we got one to test it out before contacting her. It's great. I mean, 10 out of 10. So we're happy to be working with her. Very happy to have her on board. And you can see now that she's doing an amazing job with Ollie. The hair's not done yet. We're working on that. And once the hair's done, next thing is the body. I'm being very particular about this character. I don't want her to be voluptuous and built like May. I want her to be strong, like a farm girl. Someone who's rough and tumble.
What are you writing?
Writing? Oh, nothing. Drawing. Drawing conclusions. And drawing this. You like it?
After that, started working on guns, different pieces of her costume, and enemy characters. I'm trying to give us a lot of diversity in enemies so that it's fun to kill things constantly. I have also been working on a lot of different concepts for the environment to make sure that every single shot you see is something that I've been very carefully handcrafting. We got a lot of criticism in Midnight for having boring visuals at some points, and I want to avoid that. And with Midnight, I didn't actually have any time to really do concept art, so this is a good exercise for me and what I'm good at. Then started working in the terrain details. I've never sculpted terrain in Unreal before. I've only done it in Unity, and I didn't do it very well in Unity. It wasn't something I'm particularly skilled at. So this has been a lot of fun to try to learn something new. All the while, Kay has been working on the barn this whole time. She has a full-time job during the day, and then she, at night, switches over and helps me with this. And her big call-out is this barn. So we're having a lot of fun going back and forth on making sure that it looks creepy, that it looks like an actual barn in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. And we're going to, after that, start working on cyberpunking it up a lot more. We want to show that this is a barn that's been around since the 1800s, but, it's currently 2083. And we want to really hit that aesthetic better this time. We get a lot of criticism about using cyberpunk as a title, which is why we didn't say it in Midnight at all. I want to do it right. So after that, or during all of this, I've also been obviously working on the gameplay itself, and I hit another kind of roadblock, I guess. The coding end is not something I'm good at. I'm the art, design, writing. I do all that stuff. We had a coder previously with Sense 1 and Midnight for Unity that was all C# or C++, whatever it was. But that means that I can't contribute meaningfully to fixing that. So learning Unreal, doing blueprints and stuff has been frustrating but fun. I'm a very analytical person, but not in that way. So for me, it's a lot of playing around with things, doing tutorials, and I can follow a tutorial 1-to-1, but I don't necessarily learn anything. So it's like I have to get in a sandbox and really play with it. So what you're seeing on the screen is a lot of me playing with things, trying to understand how to get them to work from following several different tutorials that aren't made by the same people, which is not working out to the best. It could work out. Some things I get, I can really if it's more of a straightforward concept or straightforward system, I can tinker with it and make something kind of eloquent. And I've been praised by some people a little bit here and there, not a lot, not very much at all, but at least once. I can handle simple tasks, kind of like an animal. But anything complex, it's just.
You know what they wanted to do in the bed? They wanted to do The Little Engine That Could.
That's Sarah's favorite book.
Sarah's favorite book. Yeah, it's a sweet little book. It's my little train. He goes, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And it goes up the little mountain, and it makes it, huh? And it's so lifelike. It's so real, isn't it? Life is just that way. If you're positive and you really believe things can change, it can really happen, huh? Yeah, wrong, Keeblers!
Game development is about delegating tasks and solving problems. So I decided to look for an inventory system, and I found one. Inventory System X by Six Line Studios is a really, really good inventory plugin for Unreal. It has everything you need to make a classic survival horror game like Resident Evil, and also kind of more modern third-person shooters. The issue I'm currently having with it is related to the weapon system, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But integrating it has been mostly super easy, and I think if you had more experience than I do with blueprints in Unreal, or you're an actual Unreal developer, it's so good. This guy's done an amazing job. He's super helpful on Discord. Here you can see all the things I've integrated into it myself with the systems we already built, and you can see our Ollie. You can see it all working. It's again really fantastic. If you're in a bind like me, hold on. Yeah. Again, this is one of those times where you kind of realize you admit defeat and you go, there's certain things I'm not good at. And so you can see again all the other things that I put in myself and kind of integrated. I'm working on the dodge system really hard because I want the thing Callisto Protocol did well. The one idea that was really well achieved, I think, was that dodging system. it had some issues at launch, but I think they've worked it out in patches and stuff since. I really liked it. I think it's just pretty visceral and fun, and adds that kind of Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry quality to a survival horror game that I think might be interesting and really good. Onimusha had a pretty similar dodging system, and we're just taking it a little more directional. Obviously, melee is going to be a huge part of the game. Ollie's signature weapon is the axe. We're going to have guns and bullets and stuff like that, but melee with the axe is the bread and butter. I'm focusing really hard, taking a lot of notes, doing a lot of research on what makes that feel good and why, so that every moment of combat in this game is like solid, and I'm pretty excited about what I'm coming up with. What I need now is someone to help me kind of more achieve it. So we did put a what's it called, a job hunting thing up on Twitter about it, and if you are an Unreal developer and you have any experience, shoot us a DM, get in the comments here on YouTube or Rumble, wherever you're watching. Let me know if you're interested in helping. This is a paid opportunity. I'll put the little image back up on the screen and right here. So, yeah, if anybody who can help us kind of handle optimization, making sure all of the code that I have done that is working is solid and not going to break ever, and who can help us with the weapon system. Getting the weapon system integrated into what we have is extremely important, obviously. Without the weapons, the combat doesn't work. I can probably find some, again, eloquent solution outside of it, but it's going to break, and it's going to cause problems. I'm admitting defeat. I know where I'm not, my skill sets don't lie, and I can accept that it's time to look into hiring someone to help us out with this. So, that's the update. That's the update for this month, and actually the last few months. Working really, really hard on taking every bit of criticism that we got from Midnight and Sense 1 and trying to apply it to make Death Harvest into something bigger, something that propels our studio into the future, and proves that I can do this as well as I believe and know that I can. So, again, if you're a UE5 developer or UE4 developer and you're interested in helping out, again, this is a paid opportunity. Just get in touch with us, and yeah, I can't wait to hear from any of you. Beyond that, everyone else, thank you so much for watching. If you have comments and critiques, I not just welcome that, I'm telling you, do it. Critique me, make fun of me, both the video and the game, I don't care. Just tell me mean things so that I can address them easily and move on and become better at all of this. So thank you very much again. Like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and I will see you in the next devlog.